So the Department of Justice, they're saying Google's a monopoly.
The Department of Justice pushed Google to sell its Chrome browser to break up its search monopoly.
There's a lot of antitrust stuff that's going on with Google, and they're saying, hey, we just want you to spin off Chrome. I do believe Google is going to try to push and just wait and see what happens when a new government takes over in January. Because if you look at the stock market in general, it's been ripping. And the stock market believes, the banking stocks believe it's going to be good for finance, it's going to be good for business. In essence, all stocks have been ripping. Even when it was announced that Ukraine is sending US missiles into Russia now, the market shrugged it off and stocks were still ripping, right? They were still going up in general. In essence, people or the stock market is really bullish that the economy is going to be better under Trump. Whether that's true or not, time will tell, right? And when you look at it from that perspective, when you have people who are big on deregulation, you're probably going to have less of a push of splitting apart companies, forcing them to hire versus just buying, right? Or forcing them to build versus buy. And a great example of this is I was at an event and I was talking to a C-level executive at a publicly traded company. And I was like, what are your plans for next year? And this was before the election. And he said, it depends on the election. And this was a really big publicly traded company. I'm not talking about like a 10 billion. I'm talking about well over $100 billion. And this was C-level, not a CEO, but close enough. And they're just like, if Harris wins, we're going to start building and hiring a ton of people to build some of the things we need, like related to AI. If Trump wins, we're going to just try to buy and see if we can get it through and not build. So I do believe next year you're going to have companies like Google that are going to have a better shot of keeping what they have. You're going to have more deregulation, which we talked about. And, I don't see Google being really split apart.
So what's his name? God, I forgot the Google CEO's name.
Sundar
Pichai?
I don't know how to say his last name.
You're brown.
I still don't know how to say his last name.
Pichai? Sundar. Okay.
Sundar? I still don't know.
Sundar. Let's just call him Sundar. So Sundar got on a call with Trump, and then you know who else was on the call?
Who?
Elon Musk.
No.
And so I think Elon was kind of saying, hey, there's like censorship and stuff like that
on
makes
Google.
him look bad. Yeah.
Google CEO Sundar Pichai called the president-elect after the election results. And now a report from American media firm The Information claims that Elon Musk was present on that call in what is becoming a frequent occurrence.
And so I think there's going to be some pressure, at least from, especially now that Elon is so close to Trump, like he's going to get his way quite a bit.
Dude, remember there was, I think it was Chamath who ended up posting on Twitter something like, where do you go to vote for Harris? And it would show you the locations. And then he typed in, or he did a screenshot of where do you go to vote for Trump?
There's nothing.
And there was just news and there wasn't a location.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that were the actual Google results. Maybe they were Photoshopped, maybe not. I'm not saying Chamath did. That's just what I saw on X at that time. And it went viral. But that kind of stuff does not make Google look good.
If you're an agency owner and you want to grow faster, check out the Agency Owners Association that's hosted by my podcast co-host, Neil Patel, and myself. And we have other agency owners that are doing 8 figures a year. They were doing 9 figures a year. They sold their business for hundreds of millions of dollars, and they're going to share their experiences with you. There's a whole host of other benefits. And the cool thing is that there's a 7-day free trial, and you should check it out now because we're going to take the prices up. So just go to marketingschool.io/agency to learn more, and we'll see you inside. I mean, speaking of, we've talked about this when Gemini was, when someone queried the founding fathers, make me an image of the founding fathers, and it was all
diverse.
It was African-American people. Well, no, they weren't African-American. I would just say it was black people. The founding fathers are white people, right? So they got the founding fathers completely wrong.
And that's because of DEI.
Yeah, well, it's a woke like programming, right?
Yeah.
In Google, right? And we're not like woke or not, whatever, right? All right, guys. So that is it for today. Please don't forget to rate, review, subscribe. Go to marketingschool.io/agency. I think the price right now is $199 or so. It's a 7-day free trial. We're bumping it up to $399. So depending on when you listen to this, the price might already be at $399. So that being said, goodbye.